YouTube alternative Odyssey.
I will put all of my videos over on Odyssey.
I've also joined Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Where is this? Oh my God. Oh, it's here. No, not here. Wait a second. Not here. Not here. Okay, wait a second. Okay, I found where it is. Okay, stop this. Okay, stop. Okay, wait a second. There's another one going here. This is like, I swear, it's like a virus here. You should see my screen. You should see my screen. I got one here. I got one here. I got another one here. I got 25 screens open. The information is all over the place. I'm so unorganized. I have to collect it and remember it. Then I have to understand it. The minute you put an X, you cut everything in half or in parts. I'm going to show you what it is. Yes, yes. Oh, it's a mess. Sock. Leave it for my cat. I'm just preparing. I'm preparing. Oh my God, everything is upside down. When I get some information in my mind, it's so hard to clean the house. House has got to be clean. You know, there's so much clutter in here. And I forgot what I was talking about, you know, so I'm going to have to go back up one of my tapes and take a look at it. Where is it? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay. Okay, somehow this video has begun, and it's showing it's having a problem somewhere in Rumble, and I don't know how this works here. Live, Rumble, go. Leave page. It's not here. My content earnings account overview, leave. It doesn't even say monetized videos. I don't see one coming up, but there should be one right now. I'm doing one right now. Okay, forget about this. We're just going to go back to wherever my camera was over here. Now I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to look at another video before I begin. Not here, not here. 25 screens open. Screen, I got one. This is like, I swear, it's like a virus here. You should see my screen. Okay, wait a second. There's another one going here. Please. Okay, stop this. Okay, I found where it is. Okay, stop this. Okay, wait a second. There's another one going here. This is like, I swear, it's like a virus here. You should see my screen. You should see my screen. I got one here. I got one here. I got another one here. I got 25 screens open. The information is all over. The minute you put it or in parts, understand it. Okay, okay, excellent. Okay, I know exactly where I am. I'm going to just fix this light here. The minute you do this inside a box, inside an area, what is a code? What is, if I just write down number 43 and I went to a restaurant, I say, I want to buy number 43. They're going to say, oh, French fries, a hot dog, 2 Cokes, $16.99 plus tax. You can leave a tip if you want, $15, $12. I don't know. It's not my problem. So when you do this, you cut everything a square in half. I don't even know why I said that before. So you cut this in half. It's a code, right? It's code. Okay, this is a code. Many codes. First, it's a 45-degree angle. But it's a 45-degree angle stemming from where? Okay, and we were taught in school to use this. And in school at the same time, they taught us that this was going to be this and this. They taught us that this would be this and this. They said this will be this, and they told us this will be this and this. And that's what that is. That's that math code. Here, this line, this angle, will show you 45 degrees. But you notice for the whole area square, the center area, it takes up this entire area. Can it take up, if it took up the next entire area, it would be on the other side. Look where it would come out. There's a code in here. There's numbers for all of this. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 1, level 2, level 3 on the 45-degree angle. So I'm just showing you that there's codes everywhere. You see, I don't have the answer. I'm just showing you that there's codes. There's a story in here. If I associate with somebody that I can put some of my work inside of here, it would be understood. And how does this work? Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to draw just a line here. Then what I'm going to do, okay, is put one here, and then what I'm going to do is put one over here. And if you want to know what I did, I created Q, the 17th letter, by putting one in the back, one in the front. If I was going to create G, okay, I would bring it into the front. But I didn't. I went into the back. I created an 8 with 2 blocks. I'm going to see where I'm going with this. I really never know where I'm going to go. I came in here very ill-prepared today. Very, very ill-prepared. What should we talk about? What should we talk about? I mentioned something in the video. The name of all of this was called what? Okay, yes. Okay, Mula Mantra. This is don't forget. Where did that sound come from? Things. Just give me 1 second. I don't know why I have to shut this off. That doesn't even work. Where do words come from? When you can't hear somebody, you can point. So where do words come from? So what can we do with words from wherever they came from? Mula to me sounds like money. Mantra. Mantra, tra being 3. Man having a cycle of 28. TR, combination of TR or a tier or a tor, counting it in Taurus. This combination, you can also look at it as rat. So now you're going to have to look into Saturn. So if we're having a harmonic tune that will bring you into some, I can't really explain what kind of vibration or what's going to go into your body. I just know what I'm doing is just the numbers. Where does it fit in? Because everything fits in. Everything has to be torn apart. Doesn't matter what it is. You can write anything here as long as it's in the dictionary or something's with it. It will create. 13. You see right inside of here. You know, I also have the cow and the moon, and in fact, I have 2 moons. Okay, I'm not really sure if it's 2 or 1. You see, because when you have jumper cables, right, there's the negative and the positive, the black and the red. And then on this side is the negative, right, and the positive, and the black and the red. So there's not 6. I don't have another 2 over here. So a cow will have the 4, and the goat. Is it the goat? Does the lamb also have 2? But the goat's going to get 2. And somehow they're going to hook up the moons between Earth and Mars. So just going to go to the number over here, 15 and 15 and 12 and 1. 30, 43, right away 43, we're showing DC, and if it's connected to the moon, it's DC on the moon. La is a French, hola, there's, it could say hello, but that would be hola. It's not the same thing. This, I'm just trying, because these two come together, right, in creation. These two will create this, these two over here. Okay, these two over here, becomes 2 times 15, and it's a passage. When you have 2, it's a passage. I create, let's say, 1, and then when I put the 2 of them, I can put them next to each other. I can put them over here, but I'm going to put them over each other. And then we're going to connect the lines, and then you can see clearly that there's a passage right through it, down onto the, wherever it is, onto the other side, right through. So there's a passage inside of this cube, and this is what I call these delta angles, these areas over here, this one here and this one over here. See where you can go down here and you can go through there and you can go out there. Anyways, I'm going to just continue. 30, 43, 53, 55, 56. 56 is in the house of creation. It's in the 3 house. It was created by 2 and 3. It was created by base of 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. Okay. It is the reverse of alpha beta creation in the gateway, in the house of Gematria. And the reason for that is because if I show you a 5 and a 6 on the dice, right, and you want to see the opposite of it, you're going to see that it's the 1 and the 2. Now, if you wrote down 1 and 2, it would be 12. That would be 66. Bar the 12. Bar the 12. So inside of, where are we right now? This equals to 5, and this equals to, trying to see where I'm going with the story. This would be equals to 6. 6 times 5 equals to 30. 5 plus 6 equals to 11. The total is 41. So right away, this tells me about the sun. It tells me about the DNA. It tells me about birth. It tells me that it is Mars without creation. It is Mars without creation. A, B, C, D. In order to have this to be 51, I would have to add A, B, C, D into this. This totals 10, equaling to 51, which is Mars. Mars, M-A-R, the 13th letter, the first letter, and the 18th letter, equals to a total of 32, plus the S. Now, the addition of the S has 2 stories to it. First of all, it's the 19th letter equaling to 51. And because S is used in plural, I'm going to reduce this S, okay, to 10, which creates 42. And I'm going to reduce it again to 1, okay, from 32. It'll be 32 and 1 equals to 33. So it'll be 33, 6, 42, 6, 51, 6. And that's what happens to Mars, and the spirit in man is adding on to the S of the ram. Is the ram the Capricorn? So this is what happens to, I'm not really sure what to say about this. But anyways, when you add on, anytime you add on or you see a zero, and I only go twice with zero, anytime you see a zero, you must change that zero and put a 6 in its place. So this 51 plus 6 would equal to 57. So now you have connected the sun, the DNA, and the birth to Mars and the moon. Which moon, I don't know, but it's just one moon. This is number 56. There is a split gateway, okay, inside O and O. It is the 15th letter. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. There are two of them. It is 66. A plus B plus C equals to 6. A times B times C equals to 6. So when you create, I call it star system calculations, this is the way it goes, like this. Now there's other things to understand with this, is that when I spoke about crossing your arms, I create one box, okay, that now has a value of 2.5, seeing that every box is valued at 10. If every box was valued, okay, if every box was valued at 10, but if every box was valued at 5, okay, that would have a value of 1.25 times 4, because we chopped up the box. But let's look at something a little bit different. When you have an X, it could mean, depending where you are, you got a strike, you had 3 balls thrown to you, you struck out. Or you went bowling, you got a strike and you got all 10. If you got all 10, you have first down. First, things that go with the word first. First, 21st, 31st. Nothing begins until 31st. This is where man comes in. How in the world does man, number 28, come in at 31? It's pretty simple. Because I was a boy all the way up to 12. And then at 13, I became a man. And that's when the bar came out. So I'm going to unconfuse you. It's a boy. He's having his bar mitzvah. And at 13, 12, you're a boy. But at 13, you're a man. 13, 31 makes no difference. Both of them will create 7. This one will create 5. So the child was a child as a boy. Okay, should we just say child for 12? Because a woman and her bar mitzvah and her bat mitzvah is 12. So then the two join together in a different, when the female becomes the woman at 12, the male is still the boy. I'm not going to put any story together. I'm just telling you how I take things apart. So yes, the bar mitzvah 13 and this 13 and 31 will be a movement of what's going on in the moon. A little bit of the timing. Do you see what we put this together? All I have to do is this, right? If you have your 2 squares here, you do this. Okay? If I put my 2 squares here, I do that. You can't have both. It's one or the other. 2 different equations. The French show it when they're showing their codes. Bring these together. Lots of stories. So when I create an X in a box, I created 4 areas to the box. Now, if I create this X over here, I have only cut each box in half. No longer have I created 4 areas to a box. I've created 2 areas to the box. So here the value is 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Here the value is 2.5. So now if I come in and put the diamond in here, I've now created 4 areas inside each area and a circle area between each area, chopping each area in half, where the circles are, equaling to 0.5, and in quarters over here equaling to 2.5. So there's also a Mayan design like this, a shield. It's like anyways, it's a shield. But anyways, this is what I call star system reality. It's geometric. You always have to run with the geometric. And I have to run on these lines here. If I go off these lines, I have to have reason. I cannot just draw a line straight down here. The only thing I can do straight down, if I wanted to do it, it's got to go from corner to corner, or I'd have to draw straight up on these lines. But if I want to go straight, if I want to go in here, this is it, the way it would be. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, cutting the boxes all into 5. So what happens here is the moon runs on a 31 plus 13 plus 31 equals to 75. 13 plus 31 plus 13 equals to 57. The spirit of DC of Earth. Where in the world do I get any of my information? 77 times 75. This is DC. The other way to represent it is by marking 3/4. Now, since you have this or you have this, you have to do all the mathematical equations, the easy ones that you could. 3 divided by 4 inside of this one, it's 3/4. Now we're going to divide 3 divided by 4. Leaves me with what is that? What is that? Let me give me the calculator here. 3 divided by 4 equals to 0.75. Okay, so right away we're back to the moon. 7 and 5, 7 times 5, 7 plus 5 will equal to 35, and 12 equals to 47. Jesus' time on the cross to the cycle of creation. K, K, K. 11, 11, 11. The reverse of KKK is PPP, and that is your creation. That is number 48, to buy and to sell. Number 48 or 84, the son of Pluto. 4 is half of 8, so is 3 half of 6, so is 2 half of 4, and all related to 1/2. Same house, same relationship. This will create 333. The 11th letter, mathematically, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 will create 333. This is the pig's pregnancy. Never forget how important the pig's pregnancy and the 3 times 7 days for the 21 days for the egg to hatch. 21, when the egg hatches, it is you in creation. In bait. Alpha, beta creation of you, of the birth inside the house of the rising sun. 9 and 14. 14 being the house and birth of the sun. When you have the I as number 9, okay, the only one of the ways when you come into the cube, right? Cuba, inside the Cuba 8. When you come inside the cube, let me see if I can do this. Where am I? Yes. You have 6 and 3 and 4 and 5, and that's your 9s. Your reverse of your 9s are 14 and 32. Your area placement of this is inside the cube. And the reason for that, okay, the reason for 57, 75, etc. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'll show you. I'm just gonna get a little stick. Hold on a second. Let me get a stick here and see what you can see. Okay, do you see this here, this area right here? This area here, right here, where the Y, there's a Y right over here. Here's an X, the 24th letter. Here's a Y, the 25th letter. The passage is right over here to the cube. This is 16. This is 19. This is 18. This is 21. Here's 17 and 20. I just have to draw my line to create my bottom cube. And if you can see it, in reality, it comes out here. The point comes right here. I can see it right here, the cube. See, the cube is inside of here. And I'm not sure if you can see it. Can you see over here? Hold on a second. Let me see. Where are you? No, you can't. Hold on. Let me see if I can rush that camera. Give me a second. Hold on. See if I can I get this light here? It's dark, eh? It's still dark right here. It's right. Let me see if I can pull the camera without getting the video shut off. It's right here, the cube. See the cubes? They're right here. When you see over here, this, right? You see the octagon right over here? This octagon joins the 36 and the 36. It creates an 8 all the way down. I designed them differently because you can, okay? And these are the, this is all from the game of roulette, right to here. The penny came off the market in Canada, and it joined 4 numbers. 8, 9, 1, 2 joined together, so you do that. This is another way to do the roulette table. And if I remember correctly, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, sorry, 9. 9 is here because it's a straight line, so I did this backwards. 9, 12. Over here is number 14. Over here is number 23. So 5 and 5. 5 is connected through the X, and there's a 5 connected through the Y. To create this over here, it's 16 and 18, 34, plus 14 equals to 48. If you want to count the tail, which is 10, no, that can't be 10, which is 12, will equal to 60. The bottom part, okay, over here is 19, 21 and 19 equals to 40, and it meets over here in the center at 23 equals to 63. If I go over here, I think it's number 25, so 63, that would be 88, and 27, which would be 105, 95, 105, I think 115. I'm not really sure, but anyways, that's what it basically is. So let me get back to the desk here. Nikki R. Hi. How are you? If you have any questions, if you think I'm going too quick, if you're not sure where I am or what I'm talking about, that would be normal for me sometimes. That's okay. I'm learning and I'm sharing, because if I wrote everything I did in a book, someone will have to make a book for everybody? Download the video, find something in it that you don't understand, and ask me, I'll explain it. Everything is a piece and part in creation, even as close to Fred, the word Fred, like in Fred Flintstone, because if you look at the word Fred on your keyboard, it's just 2 and 2 letters that come together. Yeah, let me see. I just want to see something on one of my other channels that's up here. Okay. Okay. I lost my place. Okay, here I am. Okay, where do I want to go with this? I started with Mula Mantra, just the word. So the numeric for the word, okay, Moolah. I can tell you how we get to the number 56 and what it reflects. It reflects the letters AB. AB is ABC is standard basic creation. A plus B equals 3. 3 is C. So now you go ahead, since you took A and B and put them together in preparation, like above is below, now you take C and you put it below. Now you have 3 and 3. Now you have 6. So you have F. So the creation of the light through the one spirit is when A, okay, when A shows up inside here. That's your standard creation. But the understanding in building of creation has to also be shown, although it's changed. It changes in time. First it was 1 and 2, and then it became 2 and 3. And after 2 and 3, it became standard, okay, and it became 5 and 6. But why not 4? Because 4 is next. And that's what changes everything. The polarity comes with 3 and 4. And there is a piece of artwork that shows you where if you take the D letter and obviously the C letter, and you were able to set one above the other, maybe we'll have a direct division of DC. Is that why they would call it AC/DC when you now create a division? And inside that division, here's your A, and here's your A. They call this one the French accent, and here's another one of the French accents. Either they're split apart or they're joined together. When they're joined together, it could be Mars with no form, because Mars is one straight line and Earth is 2 straight lines. And I always have that question, is it 2 straight lines here, or is it, what's the distance between the lines am I supposed to use? And if I use it this way, okay, do I have to go this way? Because the ace obligates me to create this. See this little pyramid over here? That's a pyramid, supported by a pyramid. So this is Earth, and this is Mars. The cap of Earth is Mars, and they split the AC and the DC, AC/DC. That's what that design does. Now you can ask yourself, why? Why? First of all, I'm jumped off of this subject because I think I'm going to write everything out a little bit neater. Okay, just going to jump on to here. So why, whoop, I have to stop this. Why is my phone buzzing? It shouldn't buzz. Hold on a second. Or is it this phone? I don't know. I got to stop it. I don't like the noise. I can't have noise. No noise. It's very disturbing. Okay, shut that, shut that. No, it shut itself. Hold on a second. Shut, oh, come on, please. I think we should go back to the old phones. Okay, done. Shut everything down. Okay, just one, I need to see one more thing. Okay, okay, I did my little thing. So where were we with this? Yes, one of the reasons there's a single line is Mars the number to Mars is number 51. The number to Earth is number 52. I am relying it on that. That's what I'm relying it on, 51 and 52. If I would be looking on connecting 51 and 52, I'm going to just draw it out here. Connecting 51, I would draw like this. Connecting 52, I would draw like this. So Earth and Mars connecting, 51 and 52. Both sharing this gate, and you can see the ace that pops up in the center. So that's Earth and Mars. 512, 256. Is that 16 by 16? 16 times 16 equals 256, right? So that is Earth, Mars. I'm not sure how it works. I don't know how it works in computers, but 256 is memory storage. Is that what it is? And Earth and Mars come together at 512. So if the original numeric value to calculate on the first level, how can I get to 512? What level have I gotten to coming to 512? Well, the first one is 128. I need these here as standard. This is the fourth area over here. That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'd say there was 8 by 8 was 64 was the first one, 128, 256, 512. So now I would go 1024. And this is where DC comes in. 1 DC enters right over here because of the mathematics. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 plus 4 equals to 10. This 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. We found our first polarity showing up on the cube in the creation when you came over here. 1024. So maybe this is the first standardization. This, and this. The polarity happens right over here. Forget about this one. We're going to use this one for something else. I'm going to try and figure it out. This is where DC shows up. But this is where DC explains itself. And to begin with, it's created out of this number, doubling it up. It's Mars. And if you bring it down one more time, I think it becomes a computer plug-in, 115 volts. So after this in reality is going to change to the blue world. That 0 will equal to a 6, create a 7 and 6. Then there's all kinds of, there's other math to do with this, but it doesn't matter. So this is where we turn over everything at 1024. The reason for standard, because we have first, we have second, and we have third. I guess you can all agree that if I wrote it like this, we have RD, ND, ST, standard. So all standardization is an ABC. After that, everything changes once you get to D. Everything changes once you get to D. I don't know why, but that's the way it works out. I want to go get something in the fridge if you don't mind. I do not see. Nikki, are you still here? Wow, are you direct? Wait, what is? Oh, that would be from YouTube. Let me go check out YouTube for a second. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go on YouTube. Content. Yes, I'm content. Are you content? I have content. Let me go see. Okay, I'm going to have to put that in the month of November. Just want to see something. Yeah, I'm not going too fast tonight. I don't want to talk too quick. I want to go slower. I wish somebody would ask me to figure something out. Maybe I'm a little off. I don't know. Maybe too many videos, but I'm going to get something out here. Just give me a second. I'm looking something up. Mr. Tack Pans. Well, it's really funny because all of a sudden, Mr. Tackpan's ancient one is not showing up anymore. And wow, my computer. Just give me a second here. Oh my God. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. You know, you punch in Mr. Tackpan's video, an ancient one shows up. Just if you just put in Mr. Tackpan's, it doesn't show up. What's in the background over here? Let me see. Let me see this. What is this? Oh yeah. Okay. I see. Okay, just give me a second. I'm going to go to the kitchen. Maybe I'll do something on sports. I'm just not. I don't feel aligned. But just give me a second. If you want to take a look at the ceiling, it looks better when you look at it like this. Hold on a second. Let me put that out there. I'm going to fix that light. Give me a minute. Just one more minute. Let me move this and this and kitty cat. Come on. Why am I so lost tonight. And then again, I repeat myself very often when I don't know the audience. And anyways, I have no excuses. Just off tonight. Just. Okay. Where do I go? Where do I start? Wow, I'm never lost. I'm never lost. I'm never lost. I'm going to see if I can find something. You know what I like in French? They write God like this. In English, okay, they write God like this: 4 letters, 3 letters, and here, well, we just have a space for this God over here. So in this God, it says to die. There are 3 vowels: 9, 5, and 3. So the 4 comes with 9, 5, and 3. I'm just, this one is 7, 6, and 4. 4, 9, 5, 3, 13, and 8 equals to 21. This equals to 17. This God is Q. This God is U. The French God, French souffle. I'm just thinking. I just think it's very ironic, and this is basic. This is basic. The actual letter count for this, which bang, creation in Mars, right over here. In between what? 7, the 7th letter, and the 4th letter, okay, brings in numbers 5 and 6, regardless of what this letter is. But this letter so happens to be the 6, which automatically brings in the 5. They both have so the 6 has a polarity of 1, which is only ignited inside a 5, which is created from 2 and 3. 2 times 3 created the 6 without the dot. 2 plus 3 includes the dot, and now is inside a 5. So it explains to you what it has done. And at the same time, which is the angle that it's put on? I don't know. We're not going to talk about that right now. At the same time, this O equals to the 15th letter. And in itself, this word explains itself when 1 times 5 equals to 5, and 1 plus 5 equals to 6. In between 4 and 7 is 5 and 6. 5 and 6 will go into the word 3. 5 and 6 between 7 and 4, where 7 and 4 is Jesus. Energy. 28 and 11 equals to 39 and 17. 74. Einstein. The 5th letter, the 9th letter, equals to the 14th letter. The 14th letter and the 9th letter. Did I write that properly? Eistein. Eni. So yes, the 14th letter and the 9 equal to a total of 23. This also, as the 14th letter, 1 and 4 equals to 5, so they equate the same. But believe it or not, 14 and 9 is 23, and 5, okay, equals to a total of 28 and 28. Is that how you write Einstein? I-N-E? Is it I-N-E? Hold on a second. How do you spell Einstein? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Einstein. because that changes everything. Albert Einstein, right there, 1955. Look, Albert Einstein. So it's EIN. So it's EIN. So it's EIN, 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 EIN. So this is also going to be 14 and 9 and 5. So you see, they both are going in the same direction. This whole word is going in the same direction. That's what it looks to me. And 5 and 9 is 14. 5 and 9 is 14. 28, 28. In between these two are number 39. So where was that calculation? Here's your number 39. Here's your number 28. And this is the creation that's inside of it. 7 plus 4 equals to 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. First of all, it starts off Fibonacci. Binary code, 0, 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals 1, equals 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. That is your creation. That is your Mars creation, your BC creation. Mars does the same thing. Mars numbers will do the same thing as your creation. It'll reflect it in other numbers, but it does a whole turnabout to come. This number is huge. Number 23 is huge. And creation also comes inside of this package. I'm going to try and see if I can find it. Well, this part over here is 1776, 888, 592, 444, 296. Is that what it is? 1776 divided by 3 equals 592. Divided by 4, 296 times 6. 6, 4, 2. 1776 divided by 8. Now you add them up. 24. What are we missing? We're missing 9. We're missing 7. We're missing 5. 16. We're missing 21. Perhaps the cube. The gateway and the birth and the E-world energy, number 23, that will associate with number 14. So 6 and 8, 14 and 2, 16 and 4, 20 and 6 is 26 and 2, 28. 7 and 8, 15 and 9, 27, 31. 7, 15 and 9, 24 and 4, 28 and 9. 28 and 11, 39. 7 and 8, 15 and 5, 20, plus 4, 24, plus 2, 26, plus 2, 28. Einstein and 1776, they match. Is there a reason for it, that they match exactly? Because this over here tells us that the house has been divided. Double this, we got 48, we got the sun. We reverse it, we have Pluto, the revolving, disappearing planet. This is the sky. Because 2 times 4 equals to 8, 2 plus 4 equals to 6. And now these dice will be the same. 8 and 6. How many 8 and 6s are there on a dice? 4 and 4, 5 and 3, 6 and 2. The other one is 7 and 1, but that's the gateway. It's not on the dice. Jesus energy, God, this God, that God. 17. So now this is the short count for God, because this is the real value, is the 15th letter. I went to the Pythagorean counts. Therefore, the word God is number 26. The word Dieu, since I also went over here, I went 2 cycles because it's 18 plus 3 equaling to 21. So 18, so this becomes 39. This becomes the angel. This becomes what is 10. It becomes love, because X and O, the 2 letters in the alphabet, create this, the 15th letter and the 24th letter. Their reverse to it of these letters is L, 12 and 15, and C. These letters are sex. I'm just trying to figure out, but this one also is in the F family, the family of the created light. So this is a 6 and this is a 6. And that's when they're barring 12. So if they're barring 12, they're unbarring it here. But this has a value of 150. So right away, I am going to go directly to Mars. And the reason for that is, if I look at this as Roman numerals, there are 3 Roman numerals here. 2 here as an opposition, plus this one over here, valued at 10, telling me about the gateway of the halfway house. And the reason for that is because once I add 10 here, it becomes a 6. All zeros equals to 6. It becomes 166. 66 is a gateway with 1 division. 1, 2, and 3 divisions. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3 divisions. When you have Roman numerals, you're allowed to put up the 3 lines and 1 line on the other side. I'm just using their rules and regulations. So this one became 21. It became 39. That's right. So we've got the angel God, Q. We got the angel God. Why do I have Q, the 21st letter? No, please, I made a mistake. Oh my God. This is U, and this is Q. And that is the gateway to Mars. This is Mars, okay? And this is created by laying bricks. You put bricks down, and we can go to Mars. Yep, we're going to Mars. And one of the things is number 5 on this side. You can say hypothetical if you want. It's okay. And then 2 on this side. The numeric value for the jack or the plug is number 52. The number to the heart and the number to the heart, earth. Okay, is number 52. Jack is number 25. The mathematics from these numbers will create 10 and 7 equaling to 17. That is the J and the G, and it's just ironic that in French, they exchange the sound of these 2 letters. When I change this 0, this O letter, okay, for a 6, this one also will become a 7. It'll be 77 Christ. It'll become number 5. It'll become now the female. It'll turn into the female. How is this created 17 another way? The other way is because of the bricks. And the brick over here is, if you see it, the letter I. See the big giant I? A slab of brick here and a slab of brick here divided by 2 bricks. The other way to see the letter I is holding up and standing on top the letter I. At the same time, the 2 areas divided over here by the I, in which when you turn it sideways, it becomes the H, International Harvester, for whatever that might mean. So when you see the H and I, that is the 9th and the 8th letter. 9 plus 8 equals 17. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 will equal 7 and 8. Is there another way to create this? Yes, there sure is, and that's through Venus. Let's call it Venus Jupiter. You tell me where it comes from. In order to get Venus angels, you have to go 9 times 9, 9 plus 9 equals 81 equals 18. That together will recreate Jupiter, but at the same time, it creates the numeric value to Venus. It becomes the reflection, okay, of all 3-letter words. Venus should own Earth because 27, 27, 27 is 81. Okay, and the last 27, because it's going to pass 100, it'll become like that, and then it'll turn into that. So it will become a gateway. And I will tell you why. First of all, this is one piece of it. I'll show you how it can be done another way. When I come to the last one, 7 and 1 is 8. 8 plus 2 equals 10 equals 1. Because it's a 10, you get a 0 involved. All zeros add 6. Now I have 78. But this is a black one. So I'm a little skeptical of whether I should always put 6 to all zeros, whether it's a black one or whether it's 10, 20, or 30, because 10, 20, and 30 in roulette are also zeros. So since I went to the end and I added this to the single digit because I didn't want to write 108, which is basically the same thing, I'll just put the 6 over here. And if I did put the 6 over here, it would tell me that Venus is running the weekly clock, 168 hours in a week. But if it's running 168 hours in a week, there's a block inside of this. I need a block right here to run that. And the reason for that is once I do this, go all around that block, it'll be 168 areas. And the final 2 areas will be 48, 40, 32, 24, 16, 8, and 1. And we would run the rim of 88. We'd run the rim of 88. All the corners, this would be 31, this would be 21, this corner is 11. 31, back to the moon. 11 is creation. 21, collect the money. This is go directly to jail. This one is jail. Over here on number 6 is a train. Over here on 16 is a train. Over here on 26 is a train. Over here on 36 is a train. Our creation of IR shows up on number 36. Here is F, singular F. So every time I have a small number, I have to see how I can create it. So I'll create it with a 3 and a 3, a 4 and a 2, a 5 and a 1. I'll know its reverse is 4 and a 4. 5 and a 3, and 6 and a 2, 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 6. I already have my other double numbers over here, so there's nothing else to do. This over here tells me that there is a cross, a T in the road right over here. I think it's on reading rail over here. And then there's go. And in Monopoly, there's one area that's right next to go that is the last area you can end up with. It is the Baltic. You cannot get the Baltic. The Baltic, okay, is number, listen to this. If you start on go and you go back to go, you have gone 40 plus standing in one area 41. You've gone to the same area twice. Now that would mean Baltic is number 42. And that is a very important number because that is the division, okay, of our gateway right there in the Baltic. And on the other side is the Bordsvac. Why on one side the Bordsvac and the other side the Baltic? So B and B 22, the Mars, something to do with that Mars Connect. Anyways, that's the Monopoly board. This is where we collected 9 and 8. Very, very important 9 and 8 because 9 and 8 in its own, okay? What happens with 9 and 8? You see, standard is ABC, okay? So when you have ABC, anytime you're going to have a 1 or a 2, okay, in your numbers, they can go together because they're standard. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It has to happen 3 times. The 4th time is something new. It's the altar. It's the 3 quarters plus 1 quarter, and 3 quarters and 1 quarter, and 1 quarter and 3 quarters. And that's the way that moon work that I was showing you, 77 times 75 or 75 times 75. 75 plus 75 equals to 150, equals to 50. 625 plus 150 equals to 5775. 3 times 19, the spirit of the moon. 3 times 25, creation of the spirit of the moon. Creation of Earth, DC. Of I am who I am. Remember M, okay? Remember M is 1000, which is 10, 10, 10. 10 to always 3, because the minute you get to the 4th one, you're into the next level. If you want, we can count. 2, 4, 6, 8. What's the next one? 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th one, you've started over. So if you go backwards, it's 297. If you go forward, it's 246. So this will be your standard 12, and this will be 9, and this will be your standard 18. And that's basically what it is. 147. 147 equals to 12, 369 equals to 18. So it's standard. 2 is in the center. So what is the rest? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 5 is 17. So that's what's left in the center to what is standard. And then the change of everything came between 5 and 8. Wow, that's what's going to create your 19 standard. But I'm just trying to show you how you can group this up and then group this up and then group this up. Depends how you want to chop these numbers. Anyways, why did I come in here? Why did I say that? Yes, every 4th one is new. Okay, sorry, I got carried away. Every 4th one is new. So if we start at 2, 4, 6. Okay, the 8 is a polarity. And then we're going to go 1, 3, 5. And the 7 is a polarity. And then we're going to go 9, 2, 4, 6, and the 6 becomes a polarity. And then we're going to go 8. Oh, yeah, it becomes the same thing. 8, 1, 3, and then the 5 becomes the polarity. You see the way it shifted? First, the 8 was the polarity here. When we repeated it 2, 4, 6, okay, 2, 4, 6, the 8 is the polarity. Now the 6 is the polarity. In between 8 and 6, the 7th gate polarity of between 1, 3, 5 ace and the birth in the divided house. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. 92 is the birth. So I'm just trying to understand this myself. But you understand, every fourth one is something new. And it's pretty simple. There's 3 here, and then boom. There's 3 here, and then boom. 1 and 6, 7, 4 and 9, 13. The bottom level, 1 and 6, 7. The top level, 9 and 4, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7 and 6, 13. If we want to know where the numbers are. So this here, let me see. Let me just see if this works. I'm looking for images. Okay, right here. Right. Okay, maybe should we use this one? Okay, we'll use this one here. Let me see if I can get it big enough. Hold on a second. Let's see. Hold on a sec. I need to see. Let me move my camera over so I can see where I am. Okay, that's perfect. So you can see over here. Let me see if I can get this picture. Focus. Okay, so it says inside of here, orphalin. 6 and 34 is 40, and 17 is 57. 14 and 31 is 55, and 9 is 66. And oh my God, they changed this. They changed this. Wow. You see, because when you look at it over here in this one here, that you can see, it's 1, 20, 14, 31, and 9 inside the orphalin. 17, 34, and 6. You can see it in here as well. But in this one down here, wow, so are the numbers even in order? Because even in here, now they changed and put a 0 inside of it. 24, 10, 23, there's a whole new calculation. 6 and 1, 5 and 5, 5 and 8. I've seen these numbers. They started switching them. Wow, I've never seen that before. So all these numbers have already been put out there. And here it's 57, and here it totals 75. 1776. 5775. It's just ironic the way that works out. Let me see. For those who have never been here before, and you know what gematria is, counting 1 through to 7, I counted up this way and this way. One of the reasons I had trouble understanding that this is, L, M, L, J, K, L, M. And then when N was the same number 1, I couldn't go down this way because I was reducing this way, so I can only go over, knowing that going over, there is no number change. Also, what happens in this is when I get up to number 7, 7, 8, 9, because 8, you start going down. Once you get to the top, you start going down. Why did 7 eat 9? 7, 8, 9. because you're going down the hatch. Down the hatch. 7, 8, 9, 10, 510. We're at the 510 store. So I'm not sure the whole thing of what this is supposed to tell us as the big story. I do know if you said any number, 8 times 9, 72, then I would go ahead and go here, and I put a dot right over here. 72. 6 times 5 equals 30. Add 6 equals 36. So then I would go to 30, and I would put a dot over here. And then I can make a design from this, because give me a number. 48 is 12. 45, well, 45 is on here, 4 and 5. But 48 is 12, because there is no 8. 47 is 11. 47 is 11, but we have 47 anyways. 4 and 7 is right over here. So I am a little tired tonight. The cube is inside the Star of David. I'm not really sure where I want to go with any of this. I didn't from the beginning. Wow. Yeah, sleepyhead tonight, eh? I don't know. Am I lazy or what? Am I losing it? Okay, let's go over a few things. Okay. 1, 4, 7 plus 3 plus 3. There's a total of 6 plus 3 and plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8. 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9. And for some reason, they did the same thing. 1 plus 3 plus 3. So in all actuality, you have 666. And when you have your 6, you have this calculated 3 and 3 equaling to 6. But in this 6, it equals to 10. In this 6, it equals to 11. And in this 6, it equals to 12. Why? Because I add these numbers plus this number here, and I rule out this area, and I rule out this area, and I live this area as 1, 2, 3. 10, 11, 12. 1 and 1 is 2. 12, 1 and 2 is 3. This is the way we would run. The sun, the earth, creation of the light. 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 66. 7, 8, 9 is 24. 1, 2, 3 is 6. This becomes 6. This becomes 3. This becomes 6. That becomes creation. 6, 3, 6. And you have to multiply it by 4, because we have a 360 degree, okay, all the way around. But everything is measured like this. That's the way everything is measured. It's measured like that, and it's measured like that. But we measured the day this way. But the day is cut up. 1, 2, the day is cut up. 6 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, and 8 hours. That's our day. Correct or incorrect? Well, let's try and figure this out. 360 times 4 equals 1,440. There's 1,440 minutes in a day. Therefore, there's 4 times 360. And I need 4 times 360 because ABC, okay, or 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6, right? We need D, the fourth one, to complete everything. So we need a minimum of 4 times something to create it. So we need 6 hours, 6 hours, and 6 hours. This is the 3 parts. And now we need another 6 hours. And now we have the 24 hours. Now the polarity of this, see, this is with D. 4 times 46 is D. But the polarity of D is C, ABC. And that would be 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours for 24 hours. 3 parts and 4 parts. And that's your difference between 6D and 3C inside your day. That's the polarity of the day, how the day is divided. Whichever way you want to look at it. So did you understand what I just did over here? It's extremely messy. It's extremely messy, right? When you, I want to just go over this again. When I put 1, 4, and 7, nobody's counting number 2 and 3 that's missing. Nobody's counting number 5 and 6 that's missing. When I put over here 2, 5, 8, I mean 3 and 4 should be here, right? And then you have 6 and 7 should be over here. But I don't see them. Are they encased within the other numbers? Are they in the empty space? Then over here I got the 3, the 6, and the 9. And I don't see number 4 and 5. Polarity between 2 and 5. 3 and 4, 2 and 5. The sun between 3 and 6, and love. The word love is created over here, and the birth and the I robot. That's what I'll call it, the love robot. And here, 7 and 8, your gateway. 7 and 8 is missing. So there's a whole new gimmick inside what you've never seen before, or what you haven't asked before. And maybe you have asked, but I'm asking. So there's a great equation between the whole thing. These two, this will recreate mathematically this number here. This number over here will recreate 7 and 12. So by its mathematics, it'll then hook up these two over here, and then it will connect with number 7 over here. So it connects 1 and 2 by 3 by 4, right? First you take the 3, 4, 7, and then 3 by 4 is 12, so you'll connect 1 and 2. The total connects 1 and 9. That's what this one does over here. This one does over here will recreate this, which will recreate 30, which becomes 36, so it ignites these two, and 41, igniting these two. So this is just another thing is these two. Okay, it's funny because these two connected will create the diameter of the moon, 3,467 kilometers or 2,160 miles, as well as, remember, the 0.5, the 0.5, and the 0.5, the 1.5, the 4.5, and the 7.5. Mars, the Fox Pass, and the moon. And here we have 2.5, Earth. Here we have 5.5, we have the Sky Pass. We have the energy. Between here and here we have 8.5, we're now into matrix. We have the blue worlds, and the moon has just come out, 8 and 5, 13. But all these numbers can be recreated through other numbers. The evolving numbers, where they come from. These two, okay, are a very big explanation inside these cubes, because 1 plus 2.5 will reach the center, where 6 minus 2.5 will reach the center. What it's going to mean, I'm not sure, but it will be connected, okay, to the gateway, because this will create number 17, and that's the bridge. And it's the bridge to where? Number 17. I don't know. That's number 17 to me. You know, you better take another look. I'm gonna just hold on a second. I'm not gonna take my camera off. I'm just gonna color it in while you're watching, right? There it is, number 7, right? Is that not number 7 or what? And yes, number 1 here, 17. There you go, 17. I think we should have did that again, right? Is that number 7? There you go, number 7, 17. There you go, 17. 17. So that's those numbers. I'm going to get something to drink again. Please don't hesitate. Ask me something. I'm a little lost. It feels like a Friday night already. Oh my God. 7 o'clock. Yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'm a little chilly. I'm not happy that I don't have a Suave. For those who have never seen what the rotation of the 33, the energy, rotation of the mass, number 6 and 9, where it rotates, where it moves, where its position is. It's right here. Here's the 9, and then going up is the 6, and it creates the 8 on the inside. See the way it looks like it's going in 2 directions? Creates the 8 inside. 6 and 8. 8. I'm not sure if it's the controller who controls 6. Is it the one who controls 6 is 8? Inside of Rubik's Cube is a spindle in the center, and you can turn the cube this way, and this way, this way, this way, and this way. 3 ways you can turn. And when you're turning it between what never moves is the center one. So there's 8 on this face and 8 on this face. When you turn it, only 8 move. 88, 808. The center moves. The O in the center is moving between the 2 sides. Anyways, let me get something to drink. Manuel, je suis occupé, je vais te rappeler. Bye. Manuel, je vais rappeler. Okay. So what I'm doing here is showing that in this scenario where we have the polarity come in, right? We will run by sixes. We need 4 parts. In this scenario, we will run by 8. I need 3 parts. 1 second. I think the door is 1 second. Okay, you got. I'm gonna answer the phone. Just give me a minute. Oui, Manuel, je suis en train de faire une vidéo. Je suis chez nous. Tu vas passer? C'est ça. Tu veux faire quoi? Non, non, je peux pas sortir. Ben, moi, j'étais dehors toute la journée. Ben, si c'est temps, je suis chez nous. Bye. One second. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Okay, here. So they're both going to be 300 a whole day. So in scenario A, here's scenario B. In scenario A, we will be working on 90 degrees. In scenario B, we will be working on 120 degrees. 120 times 3 equals 360. But times 4 equals to 360. But it's going to happen 4 times a day. 16 by 90 is going to happen. And in this scenario, it's going to be 12 by 120 that will happen. So I'm going to create this, okay, 16 plus 90, 16 times 90, but we're going to reduce it, okay, to 7 plus 9 equals to 16. And this is 7 times 9 equals to 63. So this is creation of the light. This is creation of the half-light. And the reason for that is in order to if you want to light 6, you must light 6 with 1. And here is your 1, and here is your 1. So if I take this and I gently turn it upside down, magically a 6 appears. It is the only one where it is the center eye of the 6. These two, as we were taught, and as you people have learned who Jesus was, okay, he is in between here. He was a builder, and Noah was a builder, and Moses was a builder. So I have to think like a builder because it came from the Word of God. So the 1 and the 6 come together, which creates a 7 and a 9, which is the gateway to birth. And what is 9? The birth of love. It is 6 and 3, and it is 5 and 4 inside the cube. And outside the cube, 9 is 1 and 8, and 2 and 7. But inside the cube, okay, is the gateway. Everything that is standard, okay, comes from 1 and 2. 1 and 2 will come together. So either we'll go 45 or we'll go 36. Creation of the half-light through the Son of Love. 45 is love. through the sun of love. Hold on a second. There was another reason I said this. Yes, 3645 creates the four-letter reverse of love. L3, okay, is the reverse of 6. And V4 is the reverse of 5. This is found over here. This is a 1 dot right in the center. There are 8 around it, so it becomes an 8 void to a 1 dot. Somehow there's got to be an M that goes along with this. And the reason for that, okay, I'm thinking, is because inside of Chaldean, we have DMT into this one, but we have DV in our alphabet. We have DV. This is Chaldean. I wasn't looking at that one. Looked at the wrong one. So here is number 2. Where's number 2? Here's number 2. See that? There's 2 of them like that. It creates an 8, but you can only use one or the other. It's always one or the other. Even if you have 10 sticks, I think you can only use 5 because you can only go one direction. We're building electricity, waterworks, buildings out of bricks, out of straw. We have to mix and make cement. Everything leads us somewhere else, down a path, telling us a story. So we find the 2 and 7 over here where it's the 2 dot and the 7 void. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 creates 7 and 8. 7 plus 8 equals to 15. That is that is a connection to Mars, creation of the student. They call it the student of Earth and Mars, and they say, yo! And that is what they call the student, Yo Elev, creation of the student. What this actually is they're calling out for the croupier, okay? Well, no, they're calling out for the shooter, okay, to roll. 57 is the moon. Shooter is 28, 38, 48, 58. See, tear is earth. Through the moon, spirit heaven through the moon onto earth, bringeth with me 11. Now, what is 11? We'll get to that in a minute. Yo, 25 and 15th letter. Together, they create 40 blue, and they are Earth and Mars. And there might be another way to create this, which I'm not sure if it's this way or what. But this is also located. I'm not sure if you can see one of these over here, but it's further down. You can see it on one of the games. It's located where the O, this O letter, in roulette, if I can remember properly. Let me think. Let me take a look at the board. Where is that? Yes. 2468. That's where they show up. This is 2468. That's where that shows up. Okay, so what am I going to do next? Yes, so this number over here, when this number shows up over here, this 18, we already know that this number is its polarity. This is the polarity of this. When 27 shows up, it'll become the polarity to this. How come? Why? How's that possible? Well, here's the 2 dot with the 7 void, and the reverse is 5. Here's my reverse 5 to the 2 dot. This is just my 7 void. So we find all our 9s in here and where they come from on this cube. And then what we can do is we can come to the Gematria Scale, and we go up to 7, and then we can go all the way down into 11, 12, 13, 14, and I stop on 15. For some reason, somewhere, it told me not to go any further than 14. No further than the sun. Here's where we barred 66. So they barred the 8 heaven. There's another barring for this. So this is just a way I like to, and this is only one part of this design, because this design I think is somewhere over here, I think. Oh, it's lost? No? Hold on a second. Is it lost? Oh, it's not showing up, I think, because I have 6,000 windows open. Whoa. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to shut down some windows. Whoa, and the screen just gets bigger and bigger all the time. Just give me a second. No, it's not coming up. Now I'm frozen. Okay, just give me a minute. And look at that. 384. I think the long Hebrew leap year is 384. 3680. Here's the diameter of the moon right here. 2160, 3476. Okay, I'm frozen here. Just give me a minute, closing the program. I want to show you something. Okay, it's frozen. I'm frozen. I don't know if you can see me, so I'm going to go on. I'm going to look back where it was. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, where were we? 7286, and just change that to 9 and 5 if you want. 7 and 2 is 9, and 8 and 6. 8 and 6 will create the 48 and 1462. It'll create a gateway. There's a gateway. There's a separation gateway, and the 27 will create the number 23, which will create 11. It'll recreate creation. Yeah, hi. So let me see where I was, that I don't get lost like I just did. I went off track with this piece I was doing. So there are 16 parts of the day when the day is broken up to 6 hours. When that day is broken up to 6 hours, this represents birth, 90 degrees. 96, birth in rotation. This one is 120 degrees. Where did the 120 degrees go? Oh, over here. I'd like to put that down somewhere with a pen. 3 times 120 degrees. This one here would be represented inside the game of pool. There's going to be an expression in the game of the pool. This is the diameter of the moon. It is birth. It is creation of the light. It is creation of the 2 letters in creation, the I and the R. Because of when I do my work, all these zeros, and I don't use them all the time, okay? But this is January. This also represents 6. All zeros equal 6. One reason is the 15th letter in the alphabet. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. 2, that anything that is halved, which is a value when you half something, it's a 0.5. When you use a 0.5, you make everything in half. I need half plus 1, and that's 6. I need to get to the other side of creation, the polarity of the polarity. And that is when you go to ABC, okay? The polarity of ABC is I, H, and G. The polarity of itself, D, that creates the first polarity, or the other side of ABC, which is created by D, its polarity is F6. the light, its own reflection. Now, the thing is about D is it's not alone. It leaves because its creation is from DC. 5 and 2 cannot penetrate into the light because it's blocked. It must pass through DC. The polarity of 4 is 6. And how I get this is 1 plus 9 equals 10, 2 plus 8 equals 10, 3 plus 7 equals 10, and 4 plus 6 equals 10. Not only that, they have perfectly planned them out on this calculator for us to see the 10, 10, 10 star system. Now, noting that 10 times 10 times 10 equals to 1,000. But if I use the other 10 times 1,000, okay, and get 10,000, we have to understand 10,000 souls are on the line. Krista Berg sang a song, 10,000 souls will be on the line. This becomes the polarity of what is creation. Here, 10, 10, 10. Roman numeral is the letter M, the 13th letter. Back to number 13, creation of the birth and the spirit. This becomes 16, 16, 16, becomes 7, 7, 7. And once it, because all zeros equal to 7. So it becomes 343 plus, see, this becomes 1030, which means it's J, this is the 10th letter is J. It's the gateway to creation of Ire. Maybe Ireland, because DNA is at the end of it. This will equal to 364, 7 times 7 times 7, plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. Remember that magical 21, which is the reversal creation of the student, 5611. 1 and 2 is the reverse. This is 13 moons. M for 1,000 man moons. 13 moons at 28 days for the 364-day cycle. Creation in the light of Mars. It's R. It's Mars, the spirit of Mars. Venus is recreated. Venus, double Venus, is created, and look at that, the same 4 that's over here, in 5 and in 6. So 4 leaves the ball game, and it plays within 5 and 6. The light is in with 5, and both 4 and 4 in with each of the numbers. So let me go back to this, and don't forget, I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything written out. I have no idea where I'm going with this. I'm just looking at it and taking it to where the games, what the games and what life has taught me. And the reason I go 4 times 362 a day is because that's what it is. First of all, the day is divided between the day and the night. That's one of the things. The second thing is there's 1,440 minutes in a day. So I'm running the day in minutes. That's the way I need to run it. 12 by 12, it's perfectly square to me. So I have to think where else I'm going with this scenario over here. This becomes 7 and 9. Where does this 12 and, oh, that's over here, which equals 144. Okay, as well, it's 3 times 3. So this is going to be 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 is 9 and 6. This is going to show rotation. This is natural rotation of 3. And in that rotation is 12 by 12, the 144. That fits into your 144 minutes. 144 plus 24 equals 168. Absolutely beautiful. 12 plus 12 equals to 24. So when you add up the multiplication of 12 by 12 and 12 plus 12, it'll equal to 168. 168 is the 168 hours in a week, which are created by 48, which equals to the math 4 times 8, 4 plus 8 equals 32 and 12, equaling to 44. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. 1 and 6 equals to 7 and 8. 16 and 8. That is the dividing between day and night. And here it becomes 7 and 8, and that is your gateway. Your gateway through Mars. Here, 7 and 8 is 15. It will recreate its own number. 7 times 8 is 56. The student, the third world. 7 plus 8, 15, plus 56 is 71. 71 will recreate 78. So my question is, when we're passing, whoops, sorry, let's not do this one. Let's see if I have my paint here. Hold on a second. Okay, maybe I got it in my folders. I want to look for something in my folder. Oh my God. Okay, I got it here. Hold on a second. See the way I set it up? So I'm thinking, here's 7, here's 8. Forget about that. What about the 7 over here on this side? Whoop. How about the 7 over here on this side? It's the same as the book. If you can't see that, hold on a second. It's the same as the book. It's clearer here. Hold on a second. Maybe I can make it bigger. See, because I have to see what I'm showing the screen. So what I can assume is, what if, let me see this again. So what if I put number 8 in the center? Here, the top of here is 7. Top of here is 7. It's 1 and 1. What if I brought this together and made it number 8, or put number 8 over here somewhere in between 7 and 7? Because Christ is 7733. So why don't we block this here? Oh, I'm not in Paint, eh? Can I open in Paint? Open with Paint. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me take one of these and see, here's 77, right? So this is where the Christ would be. And 66 is, let me see, did I get that? Fill. Let me see. Solid. Let me put a bar. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, so that's 77, 77. And 66 is here and here, 66. As well, 66 is over here in the singular form. But when I put two forms together, I'm now going to work between the two forms. Or should I be working between these two forms? Top left to bottom right, because 6 and 9, right? I should even maybe bring these together. But our rotation of 6 and 9 brings one going this way and the other one going that way, one here and one here. That's the way I normally do it. I do not create my, I've never done it before, creating a 9 this way, and maybe I have in a 6 this way, or hold on a second, because you can't put two cubes. Like if you have your 9, 6, you'd be creating it this way. You see your letter S might actually be telling you about your 9, 6. I'm not sure if we can lift, right? Would you say that was the S? But now we're going to go over here, and then this one's going to come back over here. And that's your 96 and 1. It gives you your army stripes. So anyways, yeah, I'm not really sure if I want to take you into this, because I just want to take you to something that's more concrete, that we can understand, because it's numbers. Okay, so our 120 degrees, okay, in which happens, this is going to go forth, it's going to happen 12 times a day, will leave us in rotation. The creation of the command and create, 3 by 3, 3 plus 3, okay. in which came from 120 degrees. This is connecting to the moon. This is connecting our week to the moon and the day. The 1,440 minutes in a day to the 24-hour day to the 168 hours in a week to 3 and 3, the rotation of birth, the birth rotation. It's inside of here. This is related to the game of pool. And one of the reasons I related to the game of pool is because when I add up 1 all the way to 15, it equals to 120. That's one of the reasons I do it. So now I'm going to know that if I want to go orange, okay, then I'm going to say red, yellow. If I say red, yellow, I'm going to say 3/11, 1/9. This red goes back to the Christ. 3 by 11 is 33, and 14 equals to 47, Jesus of time. Let me do that again. 3 times 11, 33. 3 plus 11, 14. 14 and 33, 47. 5 times 7 equals 35. 5 plus 7 equals to 12, equals to 47. It is energy, time, Jesus, cross, angel, 10 angels. There's just a whole bunch of things. And inside of 47 is 56, is the student creation of Mars, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3. So let me see where else I can go with this. See, this is also showing me rotation. Rotation in birth. This one is showing me the moon in rotation. These two are polarities to each other because of what the dice tell me. 3 is opposite of 4. 1 is opposite of 6, and it's the only way to create the light. And creating that light to the gateway and the birth. 7 times 9, 7 plus 9, the creation of IR. I is a fabrication of 5, 4, 3, 6, and is found on the 1 and the 2 through the heavens and the gateway. In which, how do you find it? By what's not there, what possibly could be there, but is not there according to creation, the calculator, the numbers on the keyboard, your telephone, the ATM, etc. They tell us the story, and we see 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to R equals to I. You have to note that the R in question, is it the full life or is it the half-life? Because in order to create it through the multiplication, I can keep my multiplication 1 there, but it has to go through 3 boards. I'm just trying to think. I think it has to go through all the boards to create the whole 18. See an area space? You see what happened here? It went in between this area space where there was no possibility of putting anything until I create this X resemblance. And I do it as that because this is 18. This is half of everything. This is creation. It's going to be a reflection of R, 18. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. And inside of 18, inside of Venus, this is everything that's included. Inside of 9, creation of the light, the polarity of the light in the E world. 7 come 11, polarity, polarity. 7 come 11 in that game of craps. Is there anything else inside of here? One of the reasons, I'm just going to go over something very short. A 10, B 20, C 30. The total is 60. Let's say 60 seconds. When we get to D and it's 40, we have 100% of something divided up 60-40. So when we have polarity Mars come in at 40 and the 60, do you remember I was speaking about the 60 before, the 60 and the 40? Well, this is standard. This is the time we run by with standard, and Mars makes up the rest of the 100% of time. The polarity of creation. The fourth year. 75/3/4, same thing. Through the moon, through the DC moon, through the polarity moon, a different moon. So if it's a polarity moon, it can only be polarity to, is it Mars, Phobos and Deimos, or is it Luna on Earth? Another thing I want to jump to is we count from 1 to 9 in basic. I'm not going to use 0 right now. In fact, sorry, I'm going to use our basic countdown is 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. Here is our first recreation of basic creation, our first one after the basics of creation. And the reason for that is because of this word here. First, these two letters, okay, ST, they happen once. The ND, they happen once. The RD, they happen once. And it happens on first, second, and third. And the word ends up to be standard. In French, they grab number 60 and they add 10 through 19 to create 61 through 69. They say all the way through into the 70s. They bring the 60s into the 70s, like the spirit of 76. Freedom, 55. 16 will create 76, will create 59, and 29 reverse or minus. I'd rather you just see 55. The 60s are brought into the 70s. Here is the 60. I have to bring the 60 into the 70s, but I can't bring it with the 1. I must bring it with the 10. And the only way to bring it with the 10 is to bring it with number 4. With A, B, C, D, I have to bring it. I must bring it with A, B, C, D because that's where your 10 is. 1, 2, 3, 4 came into the 60s to create this. But when it comes to 71, they are now using this. 11, 11, 12, 13, 14. They're saying cat. They're saying the 4 inside of here. They're not saying 1. They're not saying 2. They're saying 12 as in dozen. Then they're saying 13 like in 3. They're saying 14 with a 4. They're saying 15 with a 5 without saying 5 at all. 6, they come close to saying 6, but when they come to saying 17, 18, and 19, they will say 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. In this situation, they are calling out polarity A, B, C, D for the polarity. How is number 7 coming to life? How does number 8 come to life? And how does number 9 come to life? On every side, there's a total of 9 possibilities. But to create 9, this is the way to create 9. On one cube, every side is 9. On one cube, only the 1 can be 8. And the 2 can be 7. Everything else can be 9. The sun. There are more than 1 8 on the cube. There's more than 1 8 on the cube through combinations, but we're not going to go in there right now. So 60 is mentioned. So you're going to use 60 or you're going to use 10. But when we go to 80, they're going 4 times 20. They're saying 4 times 20. So this is that house. Here's the house of 10. Here's the house of 20. Here's the house of 1020, starting at 21. There's something to understand about 21 that's very special. It is the first time that ST will come alive again in 21st from the primary creation. So it's been inverted. Everything has been, it seems to be inverted. So when we come to 80, we're going 4 times 20. So we're going 4 times this. That means once you get to 70, okay, inside of 60, right? Inside of 60, you have your standard. So you take your standard and you go inside the 70. And when you go inside the 70, you bring in your B world. It starts at 1 and 1, 2, and it ends at 2. So you bring in your B world to the heaven. Okay, and this equals to 80. And this is the division of the house. So, this is division of the house. It will be the cat house, it'll be the birth house, and it'll be the power house. And the reason for that is because of the 5 and the 9. The 14 is for the sun, the 5 is for the 12, it is for the bat, is upside down. The reason 12 gets the bat and it also gets a bar and a bat, because number 12 is the bat's mitzvah. And the Hebrews follow the moon, and their calendars and their precisions of what they do, I understand a little bit, very, very tiny, but just enough to know if they're following the moon, I'm going to follow also the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah. And you have to understand that it is noted that a boy has a bar mitzvah at 13, which means he's a boy at 12. But the whole reality is he's also a boy at 13. Because it is the 13 years he has accomplished, that when he touches the 14th year, it means 13 years have been completed as childhood. It is only in the 14th year when you become bright as the sun into the E world of creation, the polarity. You have entered. You have left the moon and into your own polarity. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4, 9, the sun. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. Creation of Earth, Mars. Number 14. So this is your standard. So now when we get to 80, okay, you are going to use A, B, C. When you get to 80, okay, you're going to use the 4 sections of 20 connected to A, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 7, 8, 9 are not the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In fact, all you need is A, B, C, okay, and G, H, I. You don't need anything else. Just A, B, C, G, H, I. Because the polarity of A, B, C, first we're going to go for on the dice cube. The polarity of A, B, C, okay, is D, E, F. So that's 4, 5, and 6. Now the G, H, and I, okay, is already included. The H is already included over here. The G is already included over here. And the I is 9, and it's included everywhere, but noted that this is the only I on the dice, the singular I. G high, 9, 8, and 7, the gateway to the heaven's birth. Where else am I? So yes, so this is when you get to 80, you use this one. So now, when you get to 90, you're going 4 times 20 plus 10. So now let's go back to the beginning. Okay, remember, we use 10, we use 20, we use 20 and 10 inside a 90. Okay, so we use 20 and 10 inside a 90 as our 30. Is including 20 and 10. Then, okay, we went ahead and we used 60, 70, 80, and 90. We have not spoken about 40 and 50. We understand that the beginning went all the way to the end for creation, from 60 all the way up. So we don't need 10, 20, and 30 anymore because it's in creation. 40 is the polarity of creation, and 40 is living where? Where is 40? Well, 40 is living, and since we have 60 plus 40, we have the whole 100 right there. So what we think is missing is not, but it is included. And how is that included? I'm not really sure. Well, in between 40 and 60 is that 50. So it's just really, really weird. And the other thing about that is on your dice cube, 4 and 6 is 10. So what is happening if 4 and 6 is 10? Then man's bar mitzvah. 13 will create DC and the spirit of the moon in the church. The reason for the spirit and the moon of the church, the word spirit is number 91. Church is 61. 19 and 16 come together in roulette. They join. They join, and everything joins. Number 14 and number 23. They join right here. They join right here in roulette. And everything ends up joining up here. Number 14, the sun, and number 23, Mars creation into the sun. Something to do with this rotation here. Did I ever finish with that piece over here, the 3 parts and the 4 parts? Oh, and the game of pool. Yes, the reason for the game of pool is because when you add 1 to 15, it equals 120, and that's your moon diameter. So the size of the birth. And when you add 1 to 20, which is the darts, okay, that will equal to 210. So 210 again, 120, once they're together, it becomes 126, and right away it's the girth of the moon. And darts also directly tells us about the number, about the energy in the moon by announcing the red 27. That's the number to red. 49 is the number to green, which I believe is Mars, Uranus connecting together. 49, sorry. Mars, Pluto connecting together. Wow. The game of pool, eh? The 4 and the 12 is purple. So the purple is the polarity. To create purple, you need red and blue. So inside red and blue, there is a polarity within itself, because it becomes the 3 ball and the 4 ball. The 3 ball and the 4 ball in their own zone. Let's go to the 3 and 4 ball in the same zone instead of in opposite zones, okay? Because in opposite zones between stripes and solids, the 12 ball, the purple ball, becomes polarity to itself. We already know that red and blue comes on the magnets, okay? We already know we've had a white stripe and an old, if you were born 40 years ago, a lot of people had red and blue balls just running around just like that. We run on the vibration of creation, and the flow of everything passes through us. Once we accept what is, okay, then the advancement of the world that was created for us will keep going forward, because we have accepted what has been given to us. We are so, I mean, I'm still having phantoms trying to really grasp this whole thing, but it's the only way that everything I speak about in its perfection, that some person actually was able to do this on purpose, or just because, well, those are the odds, right? But these are only skeletons. I want to take these away from being the 7th gate. I want to turn this into something else, and I can show you the magic when you change it. It's true that 9 plus 10 equals to 21. Did I say that? Wow, where did I get this? Did I say 9 and 10 equals to 21? Where did I get this? No, I never heard 9 and 10 equal to 21, but It depends. If somebody calls out to me and says 1 and 2, they might mark it as 12. If somebody calls out to me 2 and 1, they might mark it as 21. So no, I don't know anything about that. I like to, in my work, because 0 is a passage. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. You only get to use 3 out of 4. You only get to use, whatever you do, use 3 out of 4. Otherwise, you went all the way around. And believe it or not, that if you do use 3 out of 4, understand that if you went 3 times this way, you may as well go 1/4 times this way. 3 times this way or 1/4 times this way. Hello, Francis. What time is it? 7:23, 7:57. I think I took a long time before I looked at my screen. I'm very sorry about that. Yes, so where are we right now? Where are we right now? We were in the game of pool. And So the purple ball, which is made up of red and blue, and purple getting 88. And this number is very special. This number is going to replace this number. This number creates this number. And this highway, Interstate 80, replaced Highway 66. Highway 66, creates the 48. And this is Pluto, Sun, Bi, Cell. It will create day and night, 44, 32, and 12 equals to 44. As well, if you minus the 12, it would equal to 20, which will equal to 26. And this can also be recreated from number 28. 2 times 8, 16, 2 plus 8, 10, equals to 26. In this scenario, because there's a 0, add 6 equals to 26, plus 6 equals to 32. So this will be part of, this is creation. This is ABCD, which is the polarity of the half-life creation, into the cycle of the moon. And this is the God, this is the game, this is the heaven. And it's created here 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, in which was recreated from creation. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create 3 and 2. As well, when it was created, the word Mar is number 32 before it became Mars, and only became Mars because Earth was created. Only became Mars because Earth was created, and then became Area 51, located Area 52, Mars, Earth. So this is, I like to call this Interstate 80, and Interstate 80 tells me the division of the house planet. I want to know why. What is going on up north? Red is number 27, blue is number 40. We have the total of 67, maybe we have water. It's the half-life. This becomes 1, and this becomes 7, and now we get the gateway. The gateway through purple 88 is now going to tell me about Pegasus, is now going to tell me about the square constellation of NGC 7286, which is the gateway, the divided house, the cycle. And don't forget 6 and 8. This is the coming of the light in the heaven. The cycle. 76 is the half-life. The square planet, the square constellation in Pegasus, because Pegasus has a numeric value of 88. But also Pegasus can be an area in rotation. There's 2 S's in Pegasus. Remove 1 S. So that's 19. It'll become 69. So Pegasus is in rotation. It's an entry and an exit by design. And now you can just shoot. But that's number 9. Number 6 is over here. And so you jump into number 6 or you go down number 9, or you connect them all together. And that is your 6 and 9. Where am I? So this purple is the 4 and the 12, in which once it's the 12, it's now going to create the 5 inside its numbers. So we now reach the sun inside this one over here. This one reaches the sun, and it's the fox pass. The fox pass, the sun, the love inside of this purple over here. Where else am I going to go that if we reduce this, it becomes 13, where man comes in. Man's bar mitzvah. Man's bar mitzvah into the sun, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. You're not 13, you're 14. So that would be your purple. The other place it shows up is the 3 ball, is the polarity, okay, to the 13 ball. So where the 3 ball is red 3, and also 11 in pull is red, but this is a stripe, this is a solid, and the 13 ball is a 4. So the 13 ball is a 4, so the 13 is orange. Now when you get the 13 ball orange, that is polarity, okay, to the 3 ball solid. Now the question is, can we have the opposite sides of polarity in the same side of the board? Do you know what I'm saying? 2 solids, can they be polarity inside themselves, or just their counter ball, right? Because you have the solids 3, and the other side it's the 11. Now you have the orange ball, which is the 13, and the orange ball is also the 5. So it's hard for me to explain the inverse. This is polarity. This is the opposite. This is on this side of the board. So we're looking at red polarity to red 3 solid to purple 4 solid, and here it's the 11, and here it's the 12, and then we have the orange, which is the 5 ball solid, and then we have the 13. So 1 and 3 is 4, 1 and 2 is 3. This one jumps into the picture, okay, because of this one. This one is in the picture and connects to this one. This one is in the picture, and this one comes along. This one here comes along, and this one here. These two come along, okay, because they're not involved in the polarity. That would create the key. Inside of orange, okay, is yellow and red. So inside of orange, you're bringing the birth of the sun, because that's how this number would be calculated. And the beginning of pi would also be included in the soul. So once you're bringing in yellow, you're not only bringing in yellow, but you're bringing in the 1 solid and the 9. So now you see what got implicated in our polarities between 3 and 4? We brought in the 92, the yellow, the birth, the leap year, the 4th year. Yellow is in the 4th year. Number 29 only happens in February. Everything becomes split up, gets divided. And the division that happens, think about what number 3 does, and think about what number 7 does. Because everything divided by 7 will end up giving you these any order answer. 6 divided by 7 equals 2. 8, 5, 7, 1. You will never see 3, 6, 9 when you divide by 7. Unless you're dividing 63 divided by 7. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. Now, number 3 is very special, because anything multiplied by 3, we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this. So anything multiplied by 3, 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 4, 12. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 times 7, 21. 2 plus 1, 3. Entry. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 8, 24. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Dividing of the house planet. This part is Mars. It'll recreate creation. It'll create 1 and 1. This one over here, what I do with it is, how do you get 6? That's how you get 6. And then you can have the reverse. So everything here is 6. So you put 6. And then 3 times 3, 3 times 6, 3 times 9 equals to 9, equals to 27. Equals to 18. So since this one equals to 18, we're going to put that dot over there. So the evaluation of this one over here is this one dot, because the 8 void with the 1 dot. And the evaluation of this 9, your birth, comes out in the beta world. And we're going to show you this as the 2 dot, the 1 dot and the 2 dot. So where's the 33? I don't know. Maybe we'll call it over here, but this is where these two are located over here. So we end up with this 999. And this becomes 18. 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 27, 18, 9, 18. So what are we going to do? We are going to calculate that everything is number 9. Then we are going to calculate, this is number 54, and 27 and 27, and this is 54. So we're talking about the sun. 72 to one side, 90 to the other side. We're going to count birth. 90, 90, 72. Where do we get 72? 54 and 18, 72. 54, 18, and 18. This becomes 96 in rotation, by the way. This whole thing becomes 96 in rotation. When we connect this end and this end, it creates 12. This end and this end, it creates 12. This end and this end, it creates 6. This end and this end, it creates 3, 3, 6. Anyways, I'm just going over the thing a little bit like that. I just didn't want to show you one little small piece. Just give me a second. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 12, 12, 21, 12, 18, 12, 15. Did you notice that 285, 285? Did you notice 369, 369? Did you notice 147, 147? Would you like to know how to do this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 14. 1 plus 3 is 4, etc. So you want to do that again? We can do it with another number. 2 is the best number to do it with, but we can also do it with, watch what happens. We did it with 2. The polarity to 2 is 5. So we're going to do it with 5. 5, 1, 5, 1. 5 and 5 is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So we're going to do this. 21. We're going to do this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to do this. 21. We're going to do this. 18, 12, 15. 21. 21. 12. 21, 12, 12, 21. 12, 12, and 21, 24, 45. This one over here is going to be 33, 43, 45. Plus 21 is 66. Plus 21 is 87. So let's see what we get here in total. The total of everything will be, this and this will be 90. When you add this in, this will be 87 and 45 and 21. So this one would be 21, 42, 52, 62, 63, 64, 66 as well. Okay, it's the same thing. So 6 and 7 is 13. 3 and 1, 3, 7 and 8, 15. Ace. Creation in Mars, ace. So what else can we do? So these are polarities of each other because the 2 is across the 5. So if we put them together, the 2 and the 5, if I put them together, the 2 is across from the 5. We will end up with 2 and 5, 7. 4 and 1, 5. 6 and 6, 3. 8 and 2, 1. 1 and 7, 8. 3 and 3, 6. 5 and 8, 4. 7 and 4, 2. 9 and 9, 9. What did I just do? 8 plus 5 is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 7, 5, 3, 15. 6, 8, 1, 15. 4, 9, 3, 2, 6, 15. And look, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. So we're going to have 45 here, 45 here, and over here we will have 24. And over here we have 12, 15. We have Love Fox. And over here we have 15. Do I have to count them all? I'm going to see if I have to count them all. I have to count this one. And I have to count this one, but maybe I'm not going to count this one anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm only going to count the 8. I counted the 9th one over here. So maybe I'm not going to count the 9th one here and keep it the 132 ABC. So we end up with 60, 84. Pluto, the sun, 84 and 45, 129. 84 and 45. Can we do it differently? Let's count to a single digit. 6, 10, 15, 16, 17, 21, and 18, 39. Angels. Anyways, I'm tired. 2.5 hours. I hope I did something okay. There's just so many things to look at. It's just nutty. And feels like a Friday night, and I felt like I was really out of it. It's very, very, very rare that I'm ever out of it. There's still a lot of things I'm a little confused about, and one of them I'm going to show you is when we have the peak here, where 66 meets are separated in gematria here, right? There's another way to do this, okay, is where you put a 6 over here and a 6 over here. But then when this is done, this is Earth. This is where Mars splits this. Okay. Do I put a 7th gate up here that goes over 2 of them? There's something I've never really looked at, because here's one way to do it, and then here's the other way to do it. So I have to go over and over and over my pieces. One piece maybe I'll be able to show you. I'm not sure if it'll come up. Is here. Oh, that ended up coming up. Okay. Is this over here? Because this and this are the same thing. This is Tesla's energy. You see the way it's tilted to one side, the other one's tilted to the other side, the other one's stable in the center. All you ever want to use is 6 numbers out of 9. The other numbers are telling a different story. 963147. 963, 258. 258, 147. This one here is the division of the seventh gate. This one here. I know 100% because when you calculate divided by 7, I never get 369. And in this design, I never use 369. Every number and every line is skipped by 2, just the way the numbers are skipped. One skip 2, 3, go to 4. Skip 5, 6, go to 7. The same thing here. So when I'm skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go to 7, okay, I can do that here. When I'm going to number 9, I'm skipping 7 and 8 to go to 6. So I skip 7 and 8 and I go to 6. So how do I go to 3? How do I go over to 3? I must skip not only 7 and 8, but I must skip 4 and 5. So where is 4 and 5? So 4 and 5 are over here when 9 has to go to 3. Because there's things in the calculator, there's numbers here we don't see. You have to make them up. Raphael, 7286 was really helpful, was it? Yeah. Just give me something to do, somewhere to go, astrology, geometry, I don't know, whatever it is. But I'm not a mathematician. I don't know anything about math. I can just find pieces and parts in different places. And remember, like I said, 3 and 4 are two different worlds. 90 and 120, it's completely two different worlds. In the game of pool, everything switches at the 7th gate, the same way as gematria. When you play darts, I call it the moon because the green and the red coming together, the numbers is 75, and that's the number to pass the moon. It's also a reflection of the creation of the student. And wow. And the moon will recreate the energy and the matter of Jesus Christ, because matter equals 77. 7 times 7, 7 plus 7 will create the number 36, which creates the IR, which creates the I birth, the 9 birth, the birth of the 9 dots, let's say. Our birth 9 times whatever will always equal 9, and 9 plus a number will always equal to the number. So that is your 9 in rotation. Wow. Okay, I'm going to call it the night. Is that okay for everybody? I'm a little zonked, and there's just so much. Bowling, hockey, baseball, and there's even certain things that I forgot to say, that when you're running by 8s, you have to think of hockey, because there's 3 periods in the game of 20 minutes. So don't forget, you're thinking of hockey. You got 3 periods of 20 minutes. So how am I getting hockey in 20 minutes when I need my 90? You follow me? The 120, right, is hockey. It's let me see. Is it hockey 120? 120. Is that hockey? 20-minute periods. 6 times 20. There's 3 periods, 2 teams, 120 minutes. Hockey. In football, it's by number 15. So that's 4 times. In hockey, it's 3 times. So it's 3 times 120. In other sports like basketball, it's 4 times, but it's 4 times 12. In which in other sports, it's 4 times 15. So in your 4 times, in your 12, it's your energy, it's your BC, your energy. It is your reverse to before creation of the sun. And they call the basketball game, I think, the game of the universe, because of Space Jam and other technical terms they use in basketball. And they run by 12 minutes. And yes, Space Jam, basketball, right. They connect the Pluto and the students. I forgot about that because of the 12s. 3 times 12 is 36, creating IR, but 4 times 12 is 84, which creates the sun, the word buy and sell, and Pluto will be included in this, and this becomes the half-life because 4 is half of 8. And 8, remember, is the heavens. 4 and 8 are the first two basics. Because if we're going for polarities in a single digit, we go 4, we go 8, and then 12 is the end of that polarity, is the standard. 12 would be the standard. So you start with 4, you go to 8, you end with 3. And then after 3, the changeover after 3, or the polarity to that 3, is the 7th gate inside the 4th house. Jesus of time. Do you want me to write that down? Let me write that down. What's in between the 7th letter and the 7th letter and the 4th? 5 and 6. So if you put the O over here, which is the 15th letter, 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. 4, 8, 3, 7. These two must connect together. This is standard, and this is polarity. 3 and 7 go together. Why? Because I have to follow the rules. Where are the rules? The rule is right here. 1 and 6 comes together as a gateway. 2 and 5 comes together in a gateway. 3 and 4 comes together in a gateway. The inverted gateway is 9 and 4 coming together, with 7 and 6 coming together, with 8 and 5 coming together. Those are gateways, or they're standardized right over here. I need to create 13. 1 and 3 is 4. I need to create number 7. I need to create number 10. 1 and 9 is 10. 3 and 7. This is my, how can I say it? When I go this angle, this is a 45-degree angle, and this is your 2/3 angle. So that 2/3 is going to explain Earth. The square part is going to explain more Mars. I think Earth would become more rectangular. So 7, this would be 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. 14, 5 plus 4 is 9. So now we have 15, 15, 15, and then you're going to go 18, 15, 12. And you're always going to end up with this, because this and numbers are perfect. What is 9 and 10? Well, 9 is our vibration. 10, I have to think myself what it is, but every time I get to 10, I use that as, I always change it over to a 0. Sorry, the 0 and 10, I always turn into a 6. Okay, 10 is the totality. 10 is the plug, let's say. The 10th letter is J. And in order to get there, it took A, B, C, D in order to get there. So once you did A, B, C, 6, what happened to 7, 8, 9 while you added D4 in order to end up with J10? 7, 8, 9 are automatically involved. So when we go into the French language and go 17, 18, 19, is because they're already involved. Once 4 is ignited into 10, the connection, you get the gateway, the heaven, and the birth, according to the numbers. What is 9 and 10? In basic, it's the birth and the spirit, because it's number, you see, forget about 10, just put 10 to a 1, and that becomes the church, and the spirit is number 19 if you bring them together. Okay, I put them together. It's number 19. It's created from number 13. It's when 1 and 2 go inside of 3 to create. And when it's recreated, it's 21st. This is the first time it happens. It's first, and then 21st. And then the next time it happens, it's 31st. So my question is it at 41st that I strike my first polarity? And this is where 9 is created, by the way. In 31st, your DC is created and your 19 is created. Your cycle to the moon is created right over here, 19 and 9, 28, the spirit and the cycle to the moon. And if I'm correct, Rotas, Sator, Tenet, Arpo. Arpo is going to create 28 and 19. There's always going to be a missing number somewhere that you have to recreate. It's a skeleton. The letters are skeletons. The keyboard is a skeleton of something else. You know, this is a skeleton of something else. This is a skeleton of something else. And they're tools that we build with. Yeah, so 7, 8, 9 are included when you come up to creation. And I'm not sure, but so we come up to 7, right? Because we hit number 4. The minute we hit number 4, we ignited to go all the way to 10. So 5 and 6 are also missing. So why did I not mark? Oh, we can't mark 6 because 6 is the total. Okay, so you don't mark 6. 5 is the average. So I don't need 5. 5 and 4 are the sun. 6 and 5 are the student. So I'm just going to what else? We can change 10 to another number. You can change 10 over to number 7 if you want. Yeah, 9, 13. So this one's also 15, and then this one is number 6. 27. This is 45. Obviously, this is 45. So we have 90 plus 21, 111. If this is right, this is the center. This is the center where the cube. This is where the cube belongs. This is exactly dead center. And the reason for that, let me add it again. 45 and 45 is 90. 21 is the cube. 4, 5, 6, 15. Plus 6, 21. 66. So let me add this again. 45 and 45. Plus 21 is 111. Is that correct? Wow, that is amazing. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This fits right inside the roulette board. Number 4 creates the polarity. That's very interesting. The reverse of 4 is the 3. So if I go ahead and create the 3 down here, and even pi can be done this way. Pi, all you got to do in pi, you can recreate pi until pi starts to repeat by just one simple math equation and something to do it for you, because it takes a long. It's very easy, but you'd have to write it all out and make sure you don't make any mistakes. So on this side over here, it's 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. That's the reverse polarity of the 4. So when I put them together, I'm just going to be adding up 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9. Did I get that right? 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 1, 4, 2, 9. Okay, 15, 7, 8, 9, 24. 3, 6, 9, okay, 18, 15, 12. And we already know that this is going to be 15, 15, 15. This is 24, and this is, okay. So now we have 39. We brought 10 angel together, so we have 39 and 90 is 129. And this one is 129, 135. It says ace. 135. 9 and 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So again, it seems like we're running a rotation inside of. It seems like what is standard and what is the two standards. The polarity of the two standards is Mars and Saturn. Those are the two standards. And in order to make the bypass, and where I want to call it into where the entity lets us bypass, is where we run through what is called the FED, F-E-D, which is located in letters on 4, 5, and 6, or again controlled inside the spindle on number, hold on a second, A, B, C, D, E, F, which is controlled on number 3 on your telephone dialing pad. You'll see those 3 numbers, which are 4, 5, and 6. That will create the multiplication. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20, times 6 equals to 120. So we've gone to the pool table and we've divided everything up, where there are 8 solids and 7 stripes representing the gateway to the heaven. Also G and H. G and H governing, okay, H headquarters, governing headquarters, 7 and 8 into the game of pool. Where was I? So we had 7 and 8. Why was I talking about that? I forget. We came into the game of pool. We were talking about the game of pool, the 120. Let me look back at my video here for a second. I'm going to be silent for a minute. I want to see if I can go back.
D4 in order to end up with J10. 7, 8, 9 are automatically what else? So we can change 10 to another number. You can change 10 over to number 7 if you want.
So J becomes the half-life.
Yeah, 9, 13. So this one's also 15, and then this one is number 6. 27. This is 45. Obviously, this is 45. So we have 90, 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 1, 4, 2, 9. Okay, 15, 7, 8, 9, 24, 3, 6, 9. Okay, 18, 15.
I'm just looking back to see what I was thinking.
Know that it's going to be 15, 15, 15. This is 24, and this is okay. So now we have 39. We brought 10 angels together, so we have 39 and 90 is 129. And this one is 129, 135. It's 4. In order to end up with this, it seems like what thing to do it for you, because it takes a lot. Is Mars and Saturn. Those are the two standards. And in order to make the bypass, and where I want to call it where the entity lets us bypass, is where we run through what is called the FED.
Okay. So not only that. Wow. Okay, right. Okay, 4, 5, and 6 fed. So 4 times 5 times 6 equals to 120. 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 15. Your 120 will touch the moon. Your 15 will touch or will enter in, or will have an entry for the sun. The final result will give you ACE, which is ace, which is energy. C and E is your energy. Your AC
is the male at number 14, so it comes from the sun, because although it's bar mitzvah at 13, which creates the seventh gate, it's actually into the 14th world, which is the birth and the sun. If you can follow why I'm saying that. So the total, and it is on the cross, it's right here in the center of this calculator. In the center of this calculator right over here. Anyways, it's a long video, and I still feel like I've been a little bit off on certain things. There's still a ton to accomplish. And if you look up the Hebrew New Year month, the first one, it is Tishrei, and backwards it says Shit King. So Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, peace and love. The gateways, the communication system through our old moon, which is not even a moon, because I believe that according to my work, there's a double sky. So therefore, the old moon must be transferred onto a new moon. And instead of having a new moon, you may as well just blot out the moon and you control its powers through the alternating powers that they've been using before, and now use the digital satellite system that is being built. And very soon, down many, many streets, you're going to see all the lamppost lights will all be changing to these flat LED lights. And I'm not going to tell you what's the scientifics behind it. I'm just going to tell you what will happen. Global warming is coming. It is noted to be in the long term as a fluctuation in temperature. In the short term, they call it global warming. Do not panic. Do not panic. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.